Yeah, so before we begin today, I want to do a few restorative postures. You'll need a bolster. It doesn't have to be this beefy. It can just be a couch pillow. Voila. Just make do with what we've got. Your mat, a nice firm blanket, and then a block. Those are your friendly props today. We'll just start with deep breath in, deep breath out. I want to stand. I'm going to stand and actually shake out the body. And for a moment, just wake up the body. We start early, pretty early. And it might just be wake up time for you when you're just getting into this yoga, maybe at night, but shake out. To be present, awake, and alive right here. And we'll just take a little sway side to side. Inhale and exhale. This is a great way. Create a rhythm in your breath. So it'll be inhale and exhale. Inhale one way, exhale through the mouth in the other direction. So you just give a nice, easy bounce on the knees. It's not straight, it's very fluid. It should be comfortable. Two more. Last one. And again, wiggle it out. Spread the fingers wide, make a pancake hand like you're holding up the ceiling, and then knuckles down. And stretch the wrist and the forearm. Opening and closing my hands. Are you really still like almost asleep? It feels like. Shoulder rolls. Inhale, forward up. Exhale, back and down. One more. I will do a breath of joy. The arms come out, up, out, up and down. Actually, they go up, out, up, and ha. So it's inhale, 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 ha. 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 Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Ha. We're throwing energy, fluffing up the energy. Ha. Ha. Really bringing in what's more serving, letting go of anything tension. Ha. Ready for the day. Ha. One more. Ha. Let your arms release and relax. Bring your hands to Vajrapradama, to the heart, interlace at the knuckles, the thumbs up. Unshakable trust mudra. How do you celebrate life? What can you celebrate in your life, in this moment, in the last 24 hours? Think of one thing that's worthy of celebration. Getting out of bed, that's worthy of celebration. That's what we'll celebrate. And then in the last 90 days, think of one thing that is worth celebrating. Got it? And in the next 90 days, what are you celebrating that's on the docket, that's coming your way? A celebration of a upcoming vacation, or a celebration of, for me, becoming a grandmother for the 6th time. So again, what are you celebrating? Put ourselves in this position of moving creatively from that celebratory energy. Arms overhead. Inhale up to the sky, over to your right side. Blowing up through the pelvic floor, back up to center, over to the left side. So I'm going to intermix this practice with some reflective postures and really contemplate, reflect the celebration of life. Inhale here. I had a very dear yogi friend pass away this week, and so it's definitely been on my mind, the influence and example and love and important example of this person in my life and in the lives of others. I think we forget how much we affect others, and I want to notice that how we affect others is really how we affect ourselves, and how we go through life enjoying or not enjoying life. So the sweetness of celebrating life, celebrating your life is the joy, the impetus, the backbone of influencing others for good, really. So with that, let's take a 1 minute here. And we're going to take that side to side movement once again, but bringing the hand to the heart, opening the heart up to the left, and then opening the heart to the right. You're just tapping the opposite shoulder and bringing, so without the hand tapping, I'm just lifting a heel and going side to side. Inhale, exhale. We'll try to take it a little bit quicker than the earlier movement. But an inhale, exhale. A lot of breath movement, wind through the body, wake it up. We can get stagnant near the end of our summer activities, and change is on the horizon. It's inevitable and never ever present. And in the fall, when we really get to firsthand see change happen right before our eyes. The wind is clearing, the breath is clearing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake it out, making room for more joy, more possibility. Bring the feet together. Take the arms overhead. Inhale, full expression. Danda, our full vessel mudra, and over to the right. And we're going to circle it this time. So coming forward, over to the left, and then taking it back, stronger legs, stronger foundation, over to the right. This really requires so much energy from your midsection to stay up and out of the ribs, up and out of the waist, up and out of the low back. Let's reverse the action. So for me, that's actually going counterclockwise now. Now, exhale, coming forward, inhale, coming up and around and back, holding it. Exhale, coming forward. One more. all the way around, and then release it. Shake the arms out. And we'll come to the top of your mat now and do just a sun salutation. Sun salutations are for warm up. They're also a prayer of the body. So when we think about celebrating our life, celebrate all from head to toe, the feet, the fingers, the legs, the arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. I salute you, arms, legs, feet. Inhale in a way that is honoring, lovely. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Loving every part of the vessel as it performs and moves through the day, moves us. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, we'll take another half sun salutation. Salute the higher powers, nature, God. Inhale, exhale, fold in. Soften the knees and come all the way back up to standing with a flat back. Palms together, heart center. Still feel quite stiff in the body. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. We're going to add on a little bit here. Inhale to a flat back, and then bring the hands down beside the feet and step back. Let's just take a downward facing dog here. We're going to ease into this next section of standing postures, just coming forward and back. So putting a little weight on the finger pads, a little weight in the shoulders, back again. Let me start to warm up, and then hold the plank and take the feet forward and back. So we get to stretch the ankles and the shins and the toes. A little pulse action. Inhale forward, exhale back. Bring the knees to the floor and take a chaturanga. So the elbows are going to bend, shoulders broaden down away from the ear, so your neck is extending like a turtle out of the shell. Inhale, low cobra. When you reach the floor, so the tops of the feet are pressing down, elbows again hugging in, and the shoulder and ear getting great space away from each other. Exhale, release. Let's press it back up, hands and knees, into downward facing dog. And bring the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee. We're just this first time through. I want to warm up the legs a little and the joints. So as you bend the knee and open the hip here, keep the arms strong, pillars. Check to see that the elbows are straight. So we're not buckling or trying to hold it here, but really solid. It's going to help your back muscles increase. And then rotate through the hip, using the whole body muscle system. And then step the right leg all the way through outside your pinky finger. So we'll bring the block in, inside the ankle. And let's keep the back knee for now off the ground here. Give a little pulse action again. That forward and back movement as the foot pedals us. And then as you come back, inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the toes. And we start to wake up the posterior chain. Exhale, bring it back down into a lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale. Lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. One more. And then bring the back knee gently to the floor. We'll straighten the front leg. Bring the arms overhead. This has a lot to do with balance. And then bow forward. And if you'd like, you can use a block at your side. So it's it gives you a little something to hold yourself up with here, because we're going forward. And then back, inhale, straighten leg. Exhale, bow. Inhale, vertical with the torso, and exhale forward. Let's do it again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale last time. Exhale, bow. Inhale up and exhale all the way to the earth. You should really feel a little bit more warmed up in that leg. Step back, downward facing dog. And in between, let's just take a chaturanga. So we come forward, knees to the earth, bend the elbows and lower down. Release it into the floor. Shoulders pull back. Low cobra. And then exhale, hands and knees, toes turn under. Downward facing dog. The whole body cooperating. Just bring the left leg to the sky. And as you bend the knee, it's not a collapse in that side body. It's very strong, stable. Keep the foundation strong so we can open the hip, rotate through the ankle, rotate through the hip, and then step the left leg all the way through, clear around your left pinky finger. Bring the block in to the ankle. Inhale, straighten. Or let's pulse action. Oh, I like that. Opening up the toes, the foot, sole of the foot. And then inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, bend, lion's breath. Inhale, straight. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more of these. And gently bring the back knee to the floor. We'll straighten the front leg. Lift the torso, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. So the steadiness is separate train tracks with the knees, and the foundation is pressing into the heel. So that's going to give you some stability. Reach to the sky, bend the knee, and come forward. Exhale, inhale, straight leg, exhale, bow. Go deep, deep in that bow. Inhale here, and exhale. This could be all done holding a block too. Steady yourself. So you can do one arm. Yeah. The idea is, what can I do that's appropriate for me today? My body feels good. Bring both hands to the floor. Step it all the way back, downward facing dog. And again, coming to the top of the mat, lower the knees, chaturanga. We'll pause here in our low cobra, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, elbows back, and then just give a little rotation, opening the left side, opening the right side, and lower back down. We're going to lengthen that back side even more, bringing that hand forward and out. So they're up from the shoulder, out, elbows are high, and then you're going to pull the shoulder blades down the back, press into the floor, and open the heart. Keep the tops of the legs down, the ribs in. And exhale, release. And then one more, hands at the side. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, raise the hands and hold. You feel all of the power in your back. One more breath. And exhale, release. Forehead to the floor. Come back, hands and knees. And take the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Forehead to the mat. We'll add a little sun salutation here from the knees. Bringing the hands back, raise up onto a high knee position. Arms will come overhead. Inhale. Exhale, we'll bow forward. Reach the hands all the way to the top of the mat, and then guide the heart through into low cobra. Inhale, and then exhale, take it hips all the way back to the heels into child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, we'll start again. Bringing the knees up, arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Reaching, inhale, glide along the surface of the mat into low cobra. And exhale back into child's pose. Inhale, reach and lift up, kneeling position. Exhale, bow. I honor the sun. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. We'll just go one more time through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, supple body. Undulate the spine as you come all the way through and back into child's pose. It does take strength and length in the body. So if your body is talking back, elbows, knees, joints, wrists, anything like that, just know that over time, the more we practice, the more strengthening the muscles and supportive, we gain the strength and support in the foundation, and the less likely, or what do I want to say, the more likely we are to maneuver without the aches and pains. So, take it at a pace that's supporting your progress. Let's come back onto the hands and knees here and take a little cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. Again, warming up the body, rolling through the center. Shoulders are having their own little celebration dance. Like if the inside of your body, if all the muscles were moving and felt like they were purposeful, wouldn't they be doing the biggest celebration dance? Because ultimately, we as people, human beings, our joy comes from feeling purposeful. It comes from doing hard things and growing from that. So if your body is talking back and you have a few aches and pains, that's just its way of celebrating you. Downward facing dog. Let's walk your feet up to your hands in a way that opens the. So we'll take one big circle and a baby step forward. Big circle with a leg and a baby step forward. As we make our way slowly, elephant style, or I don't know. It looks like we're walking on the moon style to the top of the mat. Inhale to an extended spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, let's come all the way back up, shoulder roll. And we'll take a moment to pat ourselves on the back and everywhere else, starting with the legs and the ankles. Give yourself a pat inside the shins, the calves, outside the shin, the knees, a little cupping action with the hand, and the thighs, inner thighs, IT band. You can give a little soft pound here, glutes, the hips, coming across the waist, and give yourself a little tap on the belly, and the arms, pat each arm up and down. Know that you are loved. The backside, shoulders, and even the heart. Give a little soft pounding to the heart. You're Tarzan or Jane, one of those. All the way up to the neck and the head. And shake it out. Brush from the brow all the way back with the right hand, and brush from the brow all the way back down to the nape of the neck with the other hand. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back and bring the knee to the floor gently. Both arms overhead. Exhale to the floor. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to top of a plank. Chaturanga. Low cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Right leg lifts. Step all the way through. Bring the back knee to the floor. Both arms coming overhead. Inhale. Really press down through that back foot. Lift the knee and push off to come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding. This is called the classic sun salutation. We'll come back to standing, palms together at your heart center, and we'll take it to the second side. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, bow in. Celebrate all of life. Inhale, step the left leg back. Knee to the earth, arms come around. And sweeping motion to the sky. Hold 3. Hold 2. I want to get a really strong connection into the ground, foundation. Hold 1. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Step all the way through. Bring the back knee to the floor, both arms to the sky. 3 breaths here. So we're holding Anjaneyasana, holding our stance, holding our foundation. While we have a little celebration, a joy rising up through the heart, opening to the sky. Yes, for the sensation that we feel, the strength that we're building. Both hands to the floor, push off with the back foot and step in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then come all the way to standing. Palms together at your heart center. Inhale, reaching overhead. Hold. Inhale, step the right leg back and spin the heel to the floor. We'll come right into a side angle. So the forearm's going to press onto the thigh. You'll open the heart to the side, and the right arm is going to reach bicep to the ear, up and over the head. We'll just take about 3 breaths in each one of these postures, building strength and stamina. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come up to warrior 2. 3 breaths here, super strong and steady. Use your hamstring by pressing down through the front heel, and then reverse the warrior. So nothing really changes in the lower half of the body. The knees don't straighten or bend. If anything, bending a little more is on the front leg. Come back through warrior 2. And now we'll straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, arms come overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend back into warrior 2. Let's do that twice more. Follow your gaze follow the fingers with your gaze. Last one, hold steady here and reverse the warrior, and then we'll straighten the leg. So it ends up being a reverse triangle pose. We'll come back to vertical and now take triangle pose. Holding 3. Full breath in, full breath out. 2. And 1, bend the knee, drop the hand. We're going to walk the hands out. So you're bending the knee. We're back in that warrior 2 stance, but the hands are at the floor, reaching as far forward as you possibly can. And then broaden the sit bones and take the butt back. We just ignite power of opposition to lengthen the side body. And then straighten the front leg. Turn all 10 toes to the side wall here. Inhale, exhale, fold in. We should feel maybe a little difference in the right and left legs. Hands wrap around the ankle. Steady yourself here. Bring a block to set your forehead or top of the head on. Some friends are going to be, maybe up this high with the tightness in and around the inner thighs. It's practice. And practicing on a daily basis, the mobility in the body. It doesn't take a lot. It's not like it has to be, 2 hours every day. It's just 10 minutes. It'll be very helpful. One more breath there, and then we're going to release it by bringing a tabletop to the equation here. Bring the heels in, toes out. Bend your right knee and bring the elbow to the knee. Now, the heels are going to remain on the ground. You're backing the hips up to go any lower. So the shin is pretty much perpendicular to the floor, not parallel. Okay. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale over to the other side. And what's helpful here is to have a block to support the height. Inhale, back to center, going over to the right again. Dig the heel in and pull back. So now we're really opening and lengthening that posterior chain for some things that we'll do a little bit later. Inhale, steady. Exhale to the other side. Last time, inhale here. Exhale, bend right knee, and let's spin it. So now we're facing, right leg is forward. We'll press the hand into the block and open the right arm. Exhale, release to the floor. Let the hands and step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. That could be with the knees on the ground, and so could our upward dog. Could be a low cobra, and back into down dog. Right, inhale, and then step it through. We're going to come into the standing split. Now, this is where we needed that posterior chain open. So we bow in, forehead to the shin, right arm comes around the ankle, and we're lifting the back leg just above the hip. So if it's here, lagging below the hip, try to pull it up. Okay, we definitely have the flexibility to do that. It might not go past or beyond the hip height, but try. Let's bring it back to a vertical or a horizontal alignment, the heel and the hip. Lift the heart, bend the knees, and come up into skater's pose. So the bent knee is a stable knee. Arms float to the side, pulling up through the belly, and then straighten into a warrior 3, holding 2, holding 1, and inhale. Let's come all the way back up to standing, reach back, and exhale. Hands to the heart. Now we're going to do that whole sequence on the other side. Gain your breath, composure, stamina, release the arms. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, take a forward bow. Inhale, step the left leg back, spin the heel to the floor. And we'll bring the right forearm to the thigh, opening to the side wall. Bring the left arm overhead, bicep to the ear. Plug the shoulder blade onto the back, open here, heart towards the sky. We take 3 deep breaths. That's already 2, 1 more. Almost there. We're going to even it out, and then we're going into more restorative postures. Let's come into warrior 2. Hold the belly firm, arms straight out, 3 breaths. And then the really hold this fundamental posture and reverse the warrior. So here's the challenge is to not open that knee up, but keep it bending. Keep the power in the hamstring by pushing through the heel and pulling back. And then come back through warrior two. Hands together, straighten the leg. Exhale, pull the heel back and bend the front shin forward. Inhale, push away. Pancake the hands, exhale, pull. So from this foundation, you're pushing the floor away and then pulling the heel back to get the bend in the knee, the straighten, and then the bend. Hold here, reverse the warrior. And now straighten the leg, reverse triangle. We'll come back through and take triangle to the other side, opposite side. 3 breaths here. Full, deep, long. One more breath. Really press down through the feet so the hand doesn't have to take on so much of the weight. We'll bend that front knee. Take the hands to the block or floor. So my feet are going to stay in this position. I'm just walking the hands forward. Don't collapse in your right knee. In fact, just really open it a little wider. Bow in. We're going to put a little more, asking the hip to open up just a little bit more. 3 breaths there. Straighten the leg, walk it over to the center, all 10 toes facing forward. You're going to drop the hips back. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold in. And if you'd like, you could bring the hands behind the base of the spine and interlace the fingers. So we're dropping the knuckles towards the floor, pulling the waistline away from the floor, in the opposite direction. So we're lifting up through the navel, creating a little hollowed out space there. Friends who want to come up into a headstand, that would be your choice here. You can make a tripod with the hands. You can keep the weight bearing on the fontaine and push into the floor with the hands and raise the feet. That would be an option. Okay. And we'll take one more breath. Release, coming back around to a flat back. Walk it over to your left. Or actually, let's turn the toes out. And Skandasana on the left side. And this time we're going to raise up into that high V. And then take it back down, pointing at the finger. Inhale here. And exhale to the other side. Side to side mobility. Yeah. One more. Each side. Up and over to your left. Bend the knee, right hand to the floor and twist it open. Twisting low lunge. Let's circle the shoulder. Get some joint mobility there in the shoulder. Plant the hands, step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh, celebrate that we're almost done here. Left leg to the sky. Step all the way through. We'll take a standing split action. So you're pushing off with the back leg. Right leg's going to come horizontal to the floor and then possibly above the hip. You're bowing in with the torso, wrapping the hand around the ankle, possibly taking both hands around the ankle. So you're going to really create a balanced action. Inhale, release, bend the knee, coming into skaters. Straighten the leg and come all the way up to standing. Ooh, shake it out. heel toe the feet a little bit wide. Inhale, exhale, touch elbows to knee. So we're coming into a squat-like position. Push through the heels and straight back up. Exhale, bend knees and elbows. Note the knees need to come straight over your second and third toe. So don't let them wander in so you can't see your toes. You really need to have a wide stance with the knees. So once you come down, we're tracking the knee right over the second, third toe. Bring a block behind you and sit down on the block. So the feet should be about, or can be 12 to 18 inches. The elbows are going to press against the knees. And then we're going to shift the weight forward, push down through the heels and come off the block and exhale back down. Inhale, press off, lift, exhale down. So the action is not bringing the hip forward, it's bringing the head forward. You can see me bow. My head comes forward, I push into the block and I lift the hips back. What you want to really feel here is the head and the hips going in opposite directions. So from the side view, I'm not lifting off and then dropping the hips down. I'm actually taking a very strong, sturdy stance through the legs, lifting the hips back and taking the head forward. And that makes it really hard. Last time, just bring your hands to the floor, take the hips to the sky, flat back, exhale, fold into a forward fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, heels in, toes out. We'll just do that one more time. The hands this time are going to stay on the ground. Push through the feet, lift the hips. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, extend the spine. And exhale, let's take a seat and bring the feet forward. So you're going to come off the block, forward, and then we'll open into an L shape here. And this is where your block and bolster are going to come in handy. Inhale, bolster inside the left leg. Right arm comes up and over. Opening the side body. Inhale back to center, plant the hand and lift. Big circles around through the left arm. And lower back to the earth. Bring your block in front of you. We're going to stack it up high. Block or anything else that you have. I'm going to grab your pillow or pillows and bring it right on top of the ankle. And then I've got a slope. So in the side view, the bolster's right up into my belly. And then I've got the far end tipped up a bit. So when I lay forward, I can drape my whole body around the bolster and relax. You can turn the head to one side or keep the forehead on the bolster. And do what works for you. We'll be here for a minute or two, a whole minute. Take big, long breaths, opening up the backside. Inhale, long breath, exhale, releasing it. With each exhale, relax a little further, a little deeper. Let us of celebration cross your lips. Well earned and deserved relaxation. Just go another half a minute here. See if we can relax even more. Breathe into the backside. Slowly raise the head. We'll set the bolster just aside for a moment. And then shorten your L shape and take a bow forward over the straight legs. Your right hand will come around the ankle. And you'll bow in. Inhale, release. Take the right leg up and over. And twist to your right. So be sure you're standing tall through the spine. While we take that little twist. Oh, it should feel super good. And you're going to come back, unwinding to center, straighten the right leg all the way out. So we're crossing ankle on ankle. You're going to reach forward and grab the big toe with your right hand. Opening to the left, inhale, exhale, rotate and touch the foot. Inhale, rotate, open, exhale, rotate forward. Inhale and exhale, pause here, inhale, exhale, rotate. See if you can go a little further. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale here, pause. Take a forward bow, exhale. Hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Release the toe, walk it back up to center, uncross the legs. And now we'll keep the right leg intact. Bring the left foot to the inner in and inside. So we're taking a wide angle forward fold, but one knee is bent. And we'll start with the side stretch block next to the shin. Left arm comes up and over. You're rooting down through the left hip. And full breath in, full breath out. One more. And raise it up, plant the hand. Let's circle the right arm and come up onto the shin, the heel. Full circle times 3. And then lower the hips back down to the earth. And we'll take a middle bow. Take your bolster, your block, your pillow, place it in the inside so you are comfortable. And if you don't have the bolster and block, if you could bring something in front of you like a chair, put a pillow on the chair, and then rest your forehead on the chair, on the pillow, just so that we have the support. What we're really looking for is grounded support for the forehead, so the back muscles aren't working and you get to release down. So I'll use the bolster here, but you could also bring something like a chair in front of you, and then you're resting the forehead on the chair. I'm sure it's a cushion chair. We're here again for a minute or two. The whole back gets to release and relax. As you breathe into the back body. As you exhale, pull the front body towards the spine. So the anterior towards the posterior. Root down through the legs, especially the thigh muscle on your right side. So we maintain a little bit of energy in the leg and our foundation, so the torso can release and celebrate. Let's go 30 more seconds here. Half a minute, that might just be 3 breaths. We did a 5 count inhale and a 5 count exhale. 3 times, that would make 30 seconds. And then we'll walk it back up. Set your bolster aside. Turn towards the straight leg, so we're more centered with squaring off the heart, chest, and bow forward. Opposite hand wrapping around the foot. Use your right hand as a pressing against the floor to get a little more twist to happen. Do the torso. Inhale, walk back to center, step the bent knee across the straight leg. Upright the torso, so you're really going to feel some space in the vertebra, and then take a little twist to your left. Unwind to center, crossing left ankle over right. Reach forward with your left hand and grab the big toe. Inhale, open to the right side. So you're pulling the toe back, the toes pushing forward. So you hold that position of strength, and then we bow in, open. Always coming from a position of strength and forward. One more. And taking it forward. Inhale here. Stretching the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, keep the torso upright, but tap the toes forward. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, hold. And exhale, fold in. Full breath in, full breath out. Slowly lift the torso back to center. Let's lie on your back. All the way down. Knees into the chest. And give it a little rock side to side. And maybe even guide the knees in a circle motion. Reverse the circle. Bring the feet to the sky. Press down on the feet and up into the hands. Happy baby. And then take any twisting posture of your choice. I like to cross the ankle and then drop the foot, knees over to the side, arms stretching out. Roll the head side to side. Make sure the head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. When you're ready, come back to center and swap the twist. Again, those making the transitions need some awareness, just as the transitions we make in life, transitioning from life to death, from heaven to being reborn or being born. into this world, which I had a grandbaby born coming into the world on Sunday, and a friend leaving this world on Friday. Nothing's more real than the impermanence of our life. Make each day a celebration, each moment a moment of joy, clarity, peace on earth. Otherwise, we move through life in misery and get to the end of our life miserable. Let's celebrate each and every moment. Come into Shavasana. Celebration of life. And this is corpse pose, a death. Meaning the releasing or death of the physical realm, moving more into the ethereal realm, the second layer, the subtle body energy. Just for a moment, traverse the body internally, feeling where the energy vortexes are, maybe in the palms of the hands. A deep breath in, deep breath out. Relax the shoulders, the arms, and I'll take you through a yoga nidra, which is just a more meditative shavasana. As you relax and deepen your awareness, going inward, bring your awareness to the base of the spine, where the legs connect you to the earth, the torso, and bring you down into the earth. And imagine a grounding cord from your pelvic floor all the way through the legs into the earth. You and the earth are one, tethered, grounded, belonging. The first chakra is represented by a 4-petal lotus flower. So imagine a flower, 4 petals at the base of the spine. Breathing in, breathing out. And moving to the sacral chakra, just below the navel. Lotus flower there with 6 petals lying on water. Water is the element, the flow and ebb of our time here on earth, our creativity, our imagination, our feeling, our pleasure. Second chakra. And moving into the 3rd solar plexus, Manipura, just above the navel. Imagine a yellow lotus, 10-petal lotus flower, opening, expansive, radiating heat of fire, our will to move forward. The power is generated from the fiery furnace of the sun. And moving into Anahata, the heart center. Imagine a 12-petal lotus flower, color of green. It opens up in a loving way to the love and expression we have in our hearts for others. Compassion, which is necessary just as much as the air that we breathe. The element here is air. And bring your awareness to your throat, ears, mouth, our communication center. Here, the 16 petal lotus flower. Color is blue. Space is the energy factor. Our ability to listen and be heard. Articulate and manage the space in our life. And bring your awareness to Ajna, the third eye. The color is indigo. The 2 petal lotus flower. In the higher realms, there is no element, mattered element associated. So we transform into the subtle body energy in the chakras. It's our intuition, our seeing, our clarity, what's good and right and whole in our lives comes in visions. And then Sahasrara, the crown chakra. Imagine a white lotus, 1,000 petaled flower with tips of purple residing in the crown of the head. Is our knowing. Our spiritual awareness and enlightenment. Breathe in from the tips of the toes all the way to the crown of the head. And back out again. Coming back into the physical realm, begin to move the fingers and toes, the ankles and wrists. Roll over to one side, pausing to again celebrate life that you, as you have it here in the now, your purpose, and celebrate how you are affecting others. We all are affecting each other. And in this way, as unique individuals, we're actually moving energy from one person to the next, being cognitively aware of that energy that we're spreading is being emotionally sovereign or response able for what is happening in the world. When we are response able for ourselves, we are response able for our communities, our families, and our friends in the way that we influence them and celebrate of life, all of life. When we leave this life, we leave it better than when we came into it. Take a seat. Celebrate the ebb, the coming, the newborn baby, and the flow, the leaving. And on to other realms. It happened to all of us as we flowed in. It will happen to all of us as we leave this earth. We'll leave a prayer today. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. May my influence be for the betterment of mankind. Namaste.